This integrated operations dashboard helps to replace the old days of everyone sitting on a conference call with an executive, multiple teams all pointing fingers and pointing blame at each other. I hope those days are long gone. An integrated view of the business critical services enables efficient and effective management of IT service delivery. Robert, can you zoom into some of these business services? We can see that all operational systems are green. There's no flight delays and the network looks healthy.
Bowman, that's really nice. But the airport wanted to go a step further. They wanted to improve the customer experience of the airport, and the airport has recently launched a new service, an online self-service passenger portal application. This application integrates activities and information that a passenger will want at the airport. Traditionally, launching a new service like this would require purchasing additional servers with increased CapEx and OpEx. In many organisations, by the time you've obtained approval, finished installing and configuring the system, it could take months. It might even require an expansion of the infrastructure. But using ISM and smarter computing, clients can now deliver services in days or even hours. How? By using the existing underutilised IT infrastructure. Bowman, let's have a look at how an IT department can onboard an application into the cloud.
Okay, so here we can see the cloud self-service console, where you can request and return cloud services. In just 5 clicks, we can provision a new application or service, as Robert's showing you now. And that's a really good thing, guys. If you look at the screen, the application onboarding request is being submitted, and it'll be complete in about 10 minutes. In fact, SK Telecom in Korea is a great example of this. By leveraging ISM and smarter computing, they are now able to deliver new mobile phone applications to their clients 80% quicker than before.
So Bowman, I bet cloud computing can help here, right? So how did they gain that level of effectiveness in the cloud environment? It required them to use effective management of the underlying infrastructure. ISM enabled the integrated management of both the physical and the virtual environment. It gave them the ability to do full service lifecycle management and allowed them to automate the deployment and management of virtual images. And that's why the rollout of a new application, it no longer has to take months, maybe only days, maybe even just a few hours. ISM also enabled the monitoring, the security, and the backup and restore of those virtual images.
So guys, we've talked about cloud, but ISM isn't just about data centers. With our smart building solution, ISM enables the management of the building infrastructure and the efficient use of those assets. Our clients worldwide have seen measurable savings by implementing our building and data center solutions.
So, Wing, that sounds good, but let's see this in practice. Robert's going to click on the carbon diagram. Keep up, Robert. We can see our energy dashboard here. This provides an overview of the power utilization in the airport data center. We can see real-time and historical power consumption reports, and we can even see how much power is needed across the racks and servers in the data center. And in the lower left, we can see the computed carbon footprint.
You know, maybe, Bowman, we just need to talk slower. So let's take a look at the physical layout of the data center. This will help us better understand the energy utilization and the optimal location of the assets within the data center. So by understanding energy utilization within the data center, our customers have been able to significantly reduce their energy costs. By monitoring the data center, we can produce a heat map that shows the temperatures in the data center. We equally can show other environmentals like humidity, airflows. This data is warehoused and it's available for our analytics to be able to calculate historical trends and understand our directions.
So from what Bowman and Jim have described, we can see how the transformation has benefited the airport during standard operations. But, as happens in every industry, not all things are always under our control.
Air travel is grounded in Europe because of harsh winter weather.
Here in London, we had Heathrow Airport. Still, it seems as close.
That huge storm dropped inches, in some cases feet of snow on many cities and places around the Northeast.
The airport lost power in Moscow's biggest airport after snow and ice storms snarled air traffic there.
Meteorologists warn that more snow is on the way.
When an event like a snowstorm hits an airport, it puts enormous pressure on the underlying infrastructure. Planes need to be rescheduled.
Hey, Bowman, don't we pronounce that reschedule?
I live in Texas, and we say reschedule. Whatever. Runways need to be cleared. Passengers want access to the latest information so that they can make intelligent decisions about their travel plans. Rebooking hotels, contacting loved ones, and in fact, this demo may seem a little too real for many of us.
I know what you mean. And snow happens, metaphorically speaking, in every industry. Take, for instance, the finance sector. The sudden announcements of economic news can drive up trade volumes. Online retailers can find their systems are overloaded by a sudden surge in demand driven by the latest fashions or trends. No matter what industry you're in, maintaining that optimal level of service needs to be prioritised based on business goals. We'll now share with you some scenarios triggered by the snowstorm and how the airport is able to predict and manage each situation using ISM.
So again, let's take a look at the operational dashboard. We can see that there's a service level warning on the passenger portal application. And if we take a look at the event list, we can see that the response time has slowed. Obviously, the storm is causing a surge of passengers trying to access the latest information. Jacob, what can we do about this?
Well, Bowen, I bet cloud computing can help again. So let's take a look. With cloud computing, we have the ability to dynamically scale and reallocate our capacity without necessarily requiring any new hardware. That gives us the flexibility to respond to change in our business needs. Let me share with you guys our Tivoli own real-world story. Inside of IBM, the Tivoli labs, we improved our CPU utilization from an average of 10% to over 60%. Our energy costs were reduced by nearly 80%.